My next guest is 50K richer after this past weekend getting an impressive victory over Sam Alvey at UFC and ABC2. Of course, you knew who I'm talking to. It's Julian Marquez back here on the program. Julian, how's it going?
You know me. I'm always happy and just excited to be on the podcast interview with you. I love you, man.
Dude, feelings mutual, man. Congratulations on the win. That was so awesome. Back-to-back wins for the first time since December 2017. I wanted to start first with, how are you feeling? Because, you were one of the big winners this past weekend.
Man, honestly, I feel on top of the world, minus this little guy. This little guy, he caught me in the eye, and he punched me directly in the eye when I was looking at the punch. It hurt so bad. Just want you to know that. But besides that, man, I feel great. You know, I showed up to the gym. Mondays are the best after a fight just because I get to be with my team, what I consider a family now, like something I've been waiting for a long time, like people that actually care and love and like motivate you day by day. And I got to go show up to the gym and be there and watch everyone just be happy and just it was amazing. And then on top of it, James Krause gave me my purple belt today.
Oh, congratulations.
Which is unreal. Thank you so much. It's been a 7-year journey as a blue belt. So I finally got a purple belt. So I was pumped. I'm pumped, man. I've had a great day.
Well, it certainly has been a great day. That's awesome. Great performance, man. I thought you looked awesome in there. I mean, a lot different than the fight before that, where I know you were down in the scorecards. This one, you looked in control the whole fight. Was that accurate? Did you feel pretty comfortable in there?
Yeah, man. I felt amazing. And, you know, I finally got to show, like, what I've been working on. It was different. The Maki fight, Maki is a game fighter as well. He came after me. We did everything, but it's been a while since I've been in there. So the feelings that I was having, like I never was out of the fight in there. I never was a point where I was like, oh, man, I'm getting my butt kicked. It was just like, man, I wasn't figuring out my movement in my body. Whereas this one, I felt like everything. I saw everything. I felt everything. As in I felt when he was moving. I felt when he was going to go. I could hear clearer. I could smell better. My feet were actually moving back and forth. Everything was it was working out perfect. My head was moving. You know what I mean? Like, tell me the last time you saw my head move.
It's very noticeable, like you being with James again and the improvements you've made, at least from my vantage point. You could see it in the cage. You were comfortable. You were landing really good strikes. You were in control. Even Alvey's throwing stuff at you. It's like you know, you're just still coming forward. Was there anything in the fight that you guys weren't expecting that maybe surprised you a bit, or was it all pretty much what you expected when you fought on Saturday?
And I've been watching Sam for a long time, and as well as James. And James, a mastermind. He's a chess player when it comes to this MMA game. And, you know, we knew everything was going to happen. The unexpected was, you know, I made him a lot faster in my head. I made him more dynamic in my head. His power was absolutely what I thought it was going to be. But, like, everything from his calf kick that he was trying to land to his overhand rights, I knew that they were all coming. And I felt as if I stopped every single one of them, except for this little guy. Don't worry about this little guy. He's a professional athlete. He's got to hit me. Like,
right.
He's good. You know what I mean? He's Sam Alvey.
Yeah, no, it was. And again, Sam's pretty tough to finish. If you look at even at light heavyweight, he wasn't finished all the time. So the fact that you went in there and got it done, I thought was equally impressive. And so did the UFC, because he gave you the 50K. I know you're going to invest and, you know, use that money smart. This is something we talked about. Obviously, you're very business savvy, but how nice was that? Because you've had a tough go, you know, over the last couple of years, and now to get back-to-back wins and you know, another bonus is just, it's incredible.
Yeah, I mean, the bonus is amazing. Like, trust me, like anyone that says that they don't like the bonus is a wild person. But I wasn't going in there to fight for the bonus. With the two finishes that they had prior on the card and Mackenzie Dern right before me, I felt as if I was like, oh, I'm probably not going to get the bonus. I just fought for the win because regardless, if you keep winning, you'll get more money. They'll pay you. You get more want. So I'm more satisfied with the win. I'm blessed to have the bonus. I love the bonus. It definitely helps out. It's definitely going to help me, you know, stop surfing on couches right now and get my own car or something, you know. But
whose car are you in then?
So my buddy owns a dealership, and like this is one of his cars that he has on his lot, and he's like, hey, you can borrow this. But I'm not. Last time I was in a Toyota RAV4, as you saw, I made a video on Instagram. Right now I'm in a Dodge 1500 2013. $1,500. I don't even know what the fuck this car is.
I don't either. I'm not a car guy, but I'll take your word for it.
Yeah. So I'm in it, and I was like, okay. And I'm literally right out front of his. I don't know if you could see it, but I'm out front of his dealership right now, just sitting in the car.
Well, I appreciate it. Cars are great places to do interviews. It's quiet. You don't have anyone distracting you. So good call. That was a veteran move today, Julian. I appreciate it. I know this win's pretty fresh. When are you looking to get back in there? Do you have an idea of when you would like to have your next fight?
Look, man, I've cut weight 6 or 4 times in 6 months. My body, I've been in a training camp since June of 2020, and we're coming almost on a year. I turn 31 next month, and May 8th. So I'm flying out to Jacksonville to hype up Jacksonville and to be there on the first, fight after the pandemic. I want to build my skills. I want to get better. I want my body to heal. I want my hand to heal because I did hit Sam and my hand does not feel too good. I just want to heal. Give me a few weeks. Give me like a couple weeks before I accept the fight. So you're probably looking at hopefully July, August, you'll see me back in there, but just need a couple weeks, man.
Any opponents in mind, or you just leave that up to your management?
I have 1,000 opponents in my mind, but I don't want to say anything because I want to have a couple weeks, because the moment I say something, then it's real. You know what I mean?
Right.
Then it's going to happen. You know what I mean? So it's like, let me sit back and let me take on, the Kansas City Chiefs players in pickleball first.
I was going to mention that. What's the latest? By the way, credit to you again for, doing another A+ call out here. I don't care what anyone says about the last one. I mean, I thought it turned out great. And this thing as well. Any update on that? Is Mahomes, I saw they tweeted back at the tweet, but any update on the challenge to the Kansas City Chiefs?
They're in. I talked to Travis Kelce. I've actually known Travis Kelce for quite some time. We hang out with all the same people. And I messaged Travis, and he's all down. I'm actually trying to figure out some other stuff that we can do together. But they're down. The Chiefs are trying to figure stuff out. Chicken and Pickle, a local pickleball court and food restaurant here in North Kansas City, in Kansas City, Missouri. They've reached out. They're trying to set stuff up. We're just getting everything together because this is obviously going to be big. We want to make sure it counts, so we're going to get money raised for charity. We're just got to figure out which one we're going to go for. As you see the debacle with Dustin Poirier and Conor McGregor. Conor McGregor did state, I want to know where the 500K is going and stuff like that. He doesn't want it to go pay everyone else. And that's the thing, is we're trying to find the right charity that, goes to all the people that we're trying to donate the money to. We don't want to just bring this money and then all of a sudden some random person that we don't know just gets rich off of it. But we definitely want to give back. I've actually been talking to my brother. I don't know any charities right now, but I've been talking to my brother, and we do know the struggle, what it's like from growing up with, just a single mom. And my dad, don't get me wrong, my dad was there the whole time, but I saw the struggle of my mom raising 2 boys. So we definitely want to give back to the Kansas City women that need help with their kids and help during this pandemic, and a lot to offer. So that's something that we're kind of looking more towards and looking at some of the charities out here.
I wanted to get you on as well because you are a middleweight. We've got a middleweight main event coming up here on Saturday in Robert Whittaker and Kelvin Gastelum. But before we get to that, there's a couple other interesting fights in the card I wanted to ask you about. At heavyweight, we have a new fight. It was supposed to be Chase Sherman and Parker Porter. Now it is Chase Sherman and Andrei Arlovski. And right now on Fanduel, Andrei Arlovski, the favorite at -162, Chase Sherman +132. Who are you leaning in that fight? Because that's an interesting matchup.
Man, it's a pretty wild matchup for both of them. I haven't seen too much about Chase Sherman. I know he came back and had that nice highlight reel. I think it was the first fight in the pandemic. He had that highlight reel KO. That was his first fight back into the UFC after being cut. And he did look very, very good. And then Arlovski's had a tough play, man, when he went against Tom Aspinall.
Aspinall, yeah.
Aspinall, Tom Aspinall. And that kid's a savage in himself. And it was a tough one for Arlovski, but I don't know, man. It's a tough fight. Like at heavyweight, either one can take the hit and either one can dish him out. And if you take the wrong one, you're going to sleep. I always think Chase Sherman has great expectations. He does very well. But we're going against the OG. We're going against the name. Again, it is short notice, so it depends on it. Like, man, I feel like I want to lean towards Arlovski for being the vet and just knowing what to do and how to get through it. But Chase Sherman's shown a lot of promise at the beginning of the year, so I got to go with Chase.
Love it. Co-main event, Jeremy Stephens, back up at lightweight. First time, I think, since 2012. Going to be taking on Drakkar Klose. Jeremy Stephens, the minus 132 favorite. The comeback on Drakkar Klose, plus 108. Who are you liking in that fight?
That's a good fight, man. Jeremy, this is the thing. Jeremy throws super hard, and so he can be at that lightweight division. And, dude, that's a razor-thin fight, to be honest. I like the odds on that. That's actually very, very good. If you sit there and think, like, Jeremy Stephens cutting that weight could add a huge, down clause on his performances, especially the last few performances that he had at 45 is different. But, man, Klose is no joke, man. He has great combinations, that outside calf kick. He's a hunter, but I don't like when he gets into these firefights and he thinks he can, outstrike these people. And I don't think it would be a good firefight to have with Jeremy Stephens. But I feel that Drakkar wants to prove something. I feel Drakkar believes this matchup is a great one. I'm going to have to go with Drakkar Klose.
Interesting. And then the main event, we have Robert Whittaker and Kelvin Gastelum, your division. Whittaker, a huge favorite at minus 265. Kelvin Gastelum, plus 210. Who are you leaning in this one?
Man, I got to go with Bobby all day, man. Bobby Crash. What's his nickname? Bobby Knuckles,
I think, yeah.
Bobby Knuckles. No, it's Bobby Car Crash. That's the damn nickname. Anytime you fight him, you're going to the hospital with some sort of injury, man. Like, that dude broke, what was it? He broke Cannonier's hand. He tore out Darren Till's knees. I guess he didn't do that much against Israel, but, he's hurt a lot of these guys, and they put him in the hospital. And that's the thing is, like, look, when it comes to the wrestling, I don't know if Kelvin can keep that going for, the 25 minutes. The striking, Kelvin's quick, but he's southpaw, which leads to the open side kicks that, Bobby Car Crash likes to throw all the time. It's just he's going to make it a tough fight in the movement that he has. Dude, he's good, man. I got Robert Whittaker, man. I think we're going to have Robert Whittaker winning and then Robert Whittaker challenging for the belt. And he's not – I love Gastelum, but I just think Gastelum needs to go to 70.
What's the plan for the rest of the week? You just got this big win. You went to the gym this morning. What's the rest of the week look like for you?
Man, I think I'm going to the Royals game on Thursday. So that's something I'm going to be wearing blue at. I'm going to be enjoying. I love it. I'm excited. It's the first game of my season. It's the first time I could get out of the house. But pretty much just hanging out. I'm going to go see my grandma
Nice.
here in a minute. And other than that, man, I'm just kind of relaxing. I don't want to do too much. But I might take James and Chanel, his lovely wife. I think we're going to go play pickleball because I got to teach him a thing or two.
There you go. Julian, thanks so much for doing this, man. Again, congratulations on the win. Anyone you want to thank, any sponsors, any social media you want to plug, I'll give you the last word.
Man, I'm always going to ride with Ballsy, the ball wash. They're not just a ball wash. We're trying to figure it out. Check them out at Ball Wash on Instagram. Thank you guys for supporting me. Iridium, James Krause, Grant Dawson, Glory MMA and Fitness. And follow me on social media, please, at J Marquez MMA. I'm trying to break 60,000 followers before I make the post of thank you for 60,000 followers. I appreciate you all, and thank you so much, James.